How do we do the integral of e to the square root of x? The process involves applying integration by parts, but before we do that, we need to do a u-substitution to deal with the tricky square root of x term in the exponent. Let's just go ahead and substitute u equals the square root of x. This results in du equals 1 over 2 square root of x dx. This in itself isn't very useful since we don't have a square root of x term in the denominator of the integrand, but what we can do is isolate the dx term. If we multiply both sides of the equation by 2 square root of x, we get the equation dx equals 2 square root of x du. Since we set u equals square root of x, we can actually rewrite 2 square root of x du as 2u du. This is very convenient because we now have the equation dx equals 2u du, which means we have an expression for dx entirely in terms of u. This means we can now rewrite the original integral entirely in terms of u. If we substitute all of this back into the integral, it becomes the integral of e to the u times 2u du, since the square root of x is replaced by u, and dx is replaced by 2u du. This simplifies to the integral of 2u e to the u du. This is where we apply the integration by parts. I'm going to be doing this in terms of u hat and v, just because we already used the variable u. Recall that the integration by parts formula in terms of u hat and v is the integral of u hat dv equals u hat v minus the integral of v du hat. I'm going to let u hat equal to u, which is what we need to differentiate, and dv equal e to the u du, which is what we need to integrate. This leads to du hat equals 2 du and v equals e to the u. If we plug all of this into the integration by parts formula, the expression becomes 2u e to the u minus the integral of 2e to the u du. The integral of 2e to the u is still 2e to the u, so this becomes 2u e to the u minus 2e to the u plus the constant of integration c. We originally substituted u equals the square root of x, so if we plug this back into the expression, we end up with 2 square root of x times e to the square root of x minus 2e to the square root of x plus c. So the integral of e to the square root of x is 2 square root of x times e to the square root of x minus 2e to the square root of x plus c.